Good morning, traders. I'm Michael Sabo, Senior Commodities Broker with RJO Futures here in Chicago, bringing some commentary here in the energy markets. So what do we have going on here? Well, right now we do have July oil here. It is a touch weaker, off about 25 cents, trading around 93.20. So mostly weaker here on the overnight as well. Taking a look at the Brent here, that's off just a touch here. It's only off about 2 cents, but we're trading around 102.04 there. And take a look at that spread, the WTI Brent spread. That thing has really narrowed here. We're currently trading here right now just under $9 here. So you want to talk a little bit more about how you could position yourself, how you could trade that spread, feel free, give me a call, shoot me an email. I'd be more than happy we can get into a little bit more detail. Moving on here, taking a look at the nat gas here. We're a touch firmer there. We're up almost 2 cents there, trading just around 401. And then taking a look at the complex, which is just slightly firmer here. RBOB here around 278.80 here. We're up about 30 ticks there, and the heat's around 283.47, up about 13 ticks there here. So just a little firmer there in the complex. But let's take a look at here what's really been driving oil and kind of where things are possibly heading from here. Well, what's interesting to note is if you take a look at the dollar index here, the dollar index has actually been coming down, which would typically be somewhat supportive for oil prices. And I think we've seen a little bit of support there, but if you look at the oil chart, take a look at the trading that we've seen here. After really coming down off its highs here, we've been seeing here lower lows and lower highs as the market has slowly been working its way a touch lower. And so far today we've got a bit of an inside day going, but the past sessions have been kind of following that. We're trading below the 200-day moving average, which is around that 94 area. So, short-term technical indicators here last week, as I mentioned in the prior post here, we were really kind of pushing into the overbought territories. We've kind of come out of there now with the market kind of moving a little bit lower. I still think the market still has some additional room to move lower, possibly targeting down around the $89.50 to $90 area. That's ultimately where I think the market is possibly going to be moving to. Now, we are going to have EIA report here coming out tomorrow, and they are looking for a draw of about 750,000 barrels. But let's talk about last week's numbers. They were looking for a draw there of about 500,000 barrels. We actually saw a build of about 3 million barrels. And you look at our current total stocks here, and we're pushing here at record highs here, almost about 397 million barrels. So we've got I think plenty of oil out there on the market right now, and I think the only thing that's really been helping keep these prices somewhat here supportive has been the equities market. Now we've seen a lot of momentum lost there recently, and we're kind of turning back up here a little bit, but I think that's really what's been supportive to the market. The demand side looks very questionable, as we've seen recent economic data coming out of Europe and China, both basically on the weaker side. But I think what that's setting itself up for is a possibility of maybe some additional stimulus dollars coming in, and I think that's kind of been a little supportive there to the market. We've seen that in the past here, and I think we're kind of seeing that right now. But again, ultimately, I think prices, in my opinion, are probably still going to continue to drift lower, short of some major shift in the fundamental news. Such as the Syrian conflict really heating up and more countries becoming involved there. But short of that right now, again, I think we've got plenty of oil out there on the market. So give me a call, shoot me an email. You'd like to talk a little bit more. I've got some ideas and some strategies on how you can play this market. And of course, remember that futures trading does involve a substantial amount of risk. It may not be suitable for all traders. Good luck and good trading.